The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is Universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
This is some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. We exchange some thoughts, kick it back and forth, and at the end, even on this President's Day beef, we will do our job and award a prize back, which includes what this week?
Today's lucky winner will be named president of the 10-minute drill.
You're only eligible if you're working today.
Yes.
I'm going to put that disclaimer in.
Well, also,
if you're sitting at home on vacay, sorry, no can do.
Receive a pair of tickets to go see former Super Bowl MVP Jerry Rice at the Times Union Center.
Very nice.
Coming up on February 25th. He's part of the Florida Forum Speaker Series.
Yeah.
For tickets and more info, go to thefloridaforum.com.
You can just tell Beef you're working. I watched a little Gator baseball this weekend. They swept Marshall.
Good for you. Nice.
3-0.
What channel was that on? SEC?
ESPN Plus. You just go college baseball.
Oh, you
it
got
goes
the
on
Plus.
that internet thing, and you.
Oh,
I don't
you
know.
can
It's
do it right
internet.
on Xfinity.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jacksonville's Nathan Hickey had about 4 hits this weekend from Providence. Hunter Barco pitched an inning. He's from Bowles.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see.
The names that you quizzed me on Friday.
Pitching, Leftwich was good Saturday. Mace was okay. Yesterday was mishmash. Marshall wasn't very good, but they start 3-0. The Mike Martin Jr. era went off with a thud as they lost to Niagara, and then they came back with 35 runs over 2 games and took the next 2.
In fairness to Mike Martin Jr., and it stands out because it's his first, that happens a lot in college.
Oh, yeah, but
JU goes and beats Florida. UNF beats FSU.
Yeah, but not on a Friday night in your first game. But it did happen, but they won the next 2 resoundingly, like 24.
How many innings of Gator baseball out of the 21 or out of the 27 did you watch? Like a bunch. I'm just wondering. Like half of them, or just kind of kept up with it.
No, I watched a good amount.
Yeah. Were you at the station or at home?
No, my son was sick this weekend, so we sat around and watched a lot of baseball.
I got you.
Probably 15 or so. I got a good amount in. I also saw JU took 1 of 3 from West Virginia, pitched well, didn't hit. UNF took 2 of 3 from VMI. So that was your college baseball wrap.
Gotcha. You mentioned that you found them on ESPN Plus on Xfinity.
Or I don't know what it is. I say college baseball. It gives you a whole list of about 20 college baseball games.
Thank God for that voice remote.
Mm-hmm. Is that Plus or is that just the computer on TV? I don't know. I just know how to access
it. If it's giving it to you, then I don't know either.
And again, to be honest with you, I didn't know. My son showed me.
Okay, that's fine. And your son may have an ESPN Plus account you don't even know about.
He may.
In fairness, too. Right. So, you bring up Xfinity. Now, this is a small thing, okay? But the devil's in the details, Dan.
Yeah.
And this is not going to register with you. I'm just going to state something that is probably not going to register in the grand scheme either. Mm-hmm. But I use the hockey sticks out of the C button on my Xfinity remote. Do you know what the C button is?
No.
You've never used it, right?
Doubt it.
There's a C. Are you Xfinity in there, intern Mike? No. All right. Anyone out there? Xfinity has these 4 buttons on your remote, and if you press them, they do different things. The C button gives you what sports are on right now.
Okay.
They create a ribbon on the right, and it's NASCAR, soccer, golf, and it gives you the scores of the games that are on, and you can go to any of those games. You can click it. It's almost the exact thing as when you use your voice remote.
Mm-hmm.
When you use the C button, while I can be alerted what European Golf Tour event is on, and I can watch right now, or what Bundesliga soccer is on.
Bundesliga,
or NHL or anything else. But they do not, in that list of sports and scoreboards and links, put the XFL scores on there. And why does that matter? I forgot about the XFL this week. It's not new enough. I forgot. And there was a lull Saturday at about 4 o'clock where I would have watched the XFL. They need to be on the C button. It's a small thing.
It's very small.
There's people out there that know what I'm talking about. Am I the only guy that doesn't use the voice remote? I might be. C button. XFL, you need to call Xfinity National and get on the C button.
Is this going to be the reason why the ratings tumbled on the XFL?
It's a little thing.
Yeah.
It's a little thing.
John Beilein looks like he's done with Cleveland. That maybe didn't work. Once again, a college coach going to the NBA very rarely works and adds to Billy Donovan, who has the best in the last 30 years, 1-loss percentage of any of the college coaches who jumped to the association. But Beilein looks like he's out. The Bulls are mulling changes as well. in the front office. Beef, who's going? Everybody? Is that the deal?
Who knows? They'll probably just shuffle guys around and reassign it. They're such sycophants.
You hate that what's the GM's name?
I hate them both.
I know, but who is the GM?
John Paxson and Gar Foreman.
Gar.
There are two. Gar's been reassigned. He's more focused on scouting right now.
What is it, Gar what?
Gar Foreman.
Didn't you have a Gar before, or no?
No.
Gar.
You're thinking of Gar Pax, which is what they call the two-headed beast.
Okay.
Yeah. John Paxson's been there
what
forever.
about Gar
Pax has been
Hurd,
there for 1,000 years.
Yeah, is it time for him to go?
I want to fire him into the sun. John.
Yeah, him too.
I hate him.
You want to take a rocket with the Bulls logo and put all three of them on there?
Yes.
Maybe the assistant
Boylan.
coaches too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Have Zach LaVine ride it like a cowboy.
Let
into
Zach
the
take
sun's
it.
orbit.
Lead him right in there. Maybe the Phoenix Suns. You could fire them to Phoenix.
They can all go to Phoenix. That's
Yeah,
fine. It's
that'd be
basically
fine.
death anyways.
Yes. So, but anyway, that's from over the weekend in the NBA. Adam Scott got a dub. Adam Scott is an interesting cat, man. He's got 14 career wins, which is good, but not great. You always wonder if he should have been better than he is. He's got such a beautiful swing. They tell me that he has one of the best swings in golf. And Adam Scott hadn't won in like 3 years, which was surprising.
Yeah, he won like
WGC. He won.
Well, he won the Australian PGA like last year, but it doesn't count as a PGA Tour win. So
I also found something out that his win at Riviera back in 2005 didn't count.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it was 36 holes.
Yeah. So they gave him the
money.
trophy, they gave him the money, but they didn't give him the victory in his resume.
They made it by the end of the tournament. You certainly know that. You knew that they made a big deal out of it.
I didn't know that though.
Yeah.
Because he went out and beat Chad Campbell in a little like playoff after the 36 holes because they were tied.
Right.
And so to me, I think that's kind of chintzy not to get. I guess I understand you got to do what you got to do, but then, well, by gosh, we're going to stay here and play another 10 holes or as many as we need to make it count.
Shout out to Harold Varner III for making us all feel better.
What do you do?
Oh, you didn't see him on the 10th hole yesterday?
No.
Topped it.
He topped one.
Topped it. Right down the fairway. 130 yards down the fairway.
So went straight?
Right down the middle. Topped it right down the middle.
Not a bad shot.
You know
then.
that it was on the 10th hole. Remember that little hole that they could drive it right up near the green? A lot of them were pushing it left into those trees and then pitching it up over.
Yeah.
It's that short one.
Yeah.
He still had 157 yards to go on his approach.
Ooh.
They ended up sticking it up there and making a par, I think. But, Adam Scott wins. Tiger Woods doesn't. Dumpster fire of a weekend for Tiger.
Tiger might have been a little sore, a little tired or whatever, but not. So far, is this his second tournament, Jeff?
Well, since the year changed, but he won in December over in
But
Japan.
since the year changed, he played Torrey in this one.
I believe those are the only two.
So far,
But he's skipping next week. His back is stiffening up.
Yeah,
He's
far, a little bit disappointing for Tiger.
I think Tiger's going to be like Fred was at that age, where you just never knew if he was going to be able to play. And if he did play, he could play well.
Yeah.
But the back hurts, and Tiger's back is going to stay stiff and hurting. I would guess.
Yeah. And Rory was a big story because Rory, world number one player, goes into Sunday with the lead and does nothing. Goes backwards. Triple bogeys on the front and never got it going. So, disappointing performance.
Quirky, interesting little golf course. That's been a couple in a row where it's not the longest in the world, but they had a hard time getting on any kind of run.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, anyway, so that was the Genesis, which is at Riviera out in Los Angeles.
Are you buying?
And by the one other interesting golf note is a lot of the great players are skipping Mexico this week.
Yeah, which is strange for a World Golf Championship. They normally don't. I know Tiger's skipping that one, but
yeah, but there's a lot of big names who are skipping it, which is a bit of a concern.
Is Daytona? Is this a weather reason that they're running the postponement at 4:00? That seems like
I don't know.
Not a good time to run it.
I don't like anything about what happened at Daytona yesterday, but I don't have enough answers, so I feel like I'm.
You don't want to criticize where.
Well, no, I mean, like I'm probably stupid, but to me, when you know weather has the potential to be bad and you're outside and you can't do it what you want to do when it's wet, then it was fine at noon. Let's crank the engines up.
Well, you can't do that because you got the whole presidential thing. There's too much other ceremony around the start to bump it back. That's probably if they didn't have that, maybe they would have thought of it.
I don't think so.
I thought I don't also. Is there weather down there today? Is that the problem?
Today's fine.
Well, then why would they start at 4:00? I mean,
versus when?
Versus noon, 11. So there's people there, Dan, that don't want to.
Like my assumption was there was still like some lingering weather, and that's why they're starting.
Well,
at
if you
4.
stay till 4,
I don't think-
that's
I don't
another.
think so at
That's
all.
a whole nother day for everyone. I mean, how many people are going to be at that race today? 30,000.
Oh yeah, it's
People got to leave,
Yeah.
you know, and people
well,
want to
you got-
enjoy it,
That's wrong. You got the day off.
huh? Well, no, yeah, but not tomorrow though. They would be home today on the day off and not miss a day.
Yeah, I
on
don't know. I
Tuesday.
don't know why they did it at 4:00.
And the next race is in Vegas.
To me, I know. To
You got to
me,
get everyone there, the cars.
To me, if you're going to do it at 4:00, you might as well do it in prime time.
Right.
You know, that's what I mean.
I really think the smartest thing to do is run at 10, 11 in the morning and get them done and out of there and gone.
Yeah, I guess then you would have zero. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Ain't nobody watching at 4. That's the same as noon. People are working. You know.
Well, I mean, you say that, and I don't think that's necessarily true. But yeah, I think people are watching at 4 versus watching at 10 or 11 in the morning for sure.
Well, I don't
I
know.
guess people
I don't know
are
the
more
difference.
inclined to tune in at like 6,
Yeah,
and catch the end.
yeah. So, but I don't know. I don't. Like I said, I don't know the answers. To me,
Real fans don't want to just catch the end, though. We do. We're cool with it. But real fans want to watch the whole race, and they can't do that at 4 or noon.
Yeah, I would have rather. Like I said, I would have rather we run it right at noon yesterday, and off we go. And the president cruises in. The race is going on. He comes in, shakes hands. Everything's cool.
Yeah, John, we would have had to start without you. What?
Well, we let him know.
Not
Hey,
coming.
hey, look, we got bad weather here. We might have to start it at noon. He's going back to work anyway. He was coming from West Palm, but it is a cool sight to see Air Force One go over the track. That is.
Oh yeah, I thought the whole thing.
There was a picture of Air Force One in 1984 when President Reagan came in the
I think
summer.
he did it from up there.
He did, gentlemen, start your engines from up there.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we have done that yesterday?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know either, but.
Well,
The
Daytona and NASCAR
the bottom
through
line
the
is
years.
the bottom line is it's terribly unfortunate and terrible bad break for NASCAR because, it was a beautiful pre-race pageantry. It was exciting. It was packed. The weather was great. Everything was fine.
I think the real question people are asking is, did Danforth One blast anyone else in the tunnel?
Always.
I'm going to ask you a kind of a trivia question
Yes, sir.
because you probably know the answer, and
All right.
that stinks because I saw it someplace that you probably also saw it. But the year that the Gators won their first natty under Billy Dodman with Horford and Brewer and Noah and those guys.
Yeah.
Who led them in scoring that year?
Well, they put the 5 of them up. So
Did that
but I
shock
don't even.
you?
No, I don't even. Was it Torian? I don't even remember.
Torian Green led
Yeah.
that team in scoring.
Yeah.
I have never been as shocked. Now,
Oh, yeah.
they all averaged about a point of each
It was
other.
like 13, 12,
Those
10,
13-5, 13-4, 13-3,
up to
12-8.
like 10 or high 10s or something.
Yeah,
Like, well,
the starting 5 all averaged between 11
all
and
double,
14.
all double figures.
Yeah, all double figures.
Was a great team.
I think Chris Richard may have been in double figures that year, too. But
I
I'm
think
not
he's probably a little
positive.
slow, but a
Yeah.
little off, but close.
Yeah.
Big
Maybe
contributor.
maybe the next year. But that shocked me that Torian Green, you would have. I bet you win a lot of money on that, even with among Gator fans that didn't see that stat.
Yeah.
I would have never said that.
No.
If you'd have come to me and said, I probably would have said Horford or Brewer.
Yeah.
I would have never said Torian Green in a million years.
You don't remember. I think Torian Green had more games where he had 16, 17 consistently. Like Corey Brewer had games where
4.
Yeah.
Just play defense.
but had games where he had 27.
Yeah.
And Joe had games like that
Yeah.
too. But you're right. Then they would come back with games.
That just
where,
surprised me a little bit. Not a big
for
thing.
sure.
There is a report in Pro Football Talk this weekend.
Raiders, Vegas.
Raiders, $30 million a year for a 2-year deal for Tom Brady. Sell me if I'm Tom Brady and you're the Raiders. Sell me on why in the world I would want to do this, as opposed to getting the same deal and staying in New England.
Hey, Tom, listen, it's John Gruden. How are you? It's we need you to come out here to Vegas. Listen, we're not going to do any of that hard A stuff that you guys got to go through out there in New England. It's a great place. We'll let you throw 40 times a game. We got some good receivers.
Let me stop you there, Coach.
Yeah.
Looking at your roster here, can you tell me one good receiver?
That
you
tight
have?
end is way better than anybody you had. That kid caught 70, 80 balls this year.
Wow.
We got Mike Siani. We got Cliff Branch.
Right, exactly.
We got
Coach, I'm also a little concerned about training camp. I just looked. It's 118 degrees in Las Vegas in training camp. I kind of like
it's all new to us. We got an indoor IPF out here,
Gotcha.
Tommy. I don't know. And
Coach, I'm a little concerned about losing. You guys are losers, and I've played for a winner my whole career. And it bothers me that the commitment to excrement is, winning 6-7 games a year, probably. I don't know how much money is going to help me deal with the depression of losing every Sunday.
You get the best seats at all the fights. I promise you that.
Guys, listen. I reached out to Chucky himself, and he said, this doesn't come from him. It's coming from Tom.
I get a lot of phone calls from people that are dying to come and play here. I'm just telling you. They're dying to play for the Raiders.
Was that right when he took the job?
Dying.
Was that right when he took the job?
Literally dying.
No, that was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
It actually did come out yesterday.
Oh, we played that forever ago.
Let me hear that one more
play
time.
Here. I'm just telling you. They're dying to play for the Raiders.
That may be Caliendo, by the way.
No, that
was him.
That's John Gruden from yesterday. So that's given us a little insight into what's going on. I don't know, man. I think he ends up back in New England still, but we'll kick around that quarterback carousel. I saw Peter King came out and he did his sort of predictions as to who's going to go where, and they all make sense. And I think ultimately he'll be pretty spot on with his picks. And we'll do that in the next segment because it does seem like there are a lot of them, too. He put out a list, and it's like, 10, 15 guys.
I wonder how it affects, like, the bottom guys, like the Bortles of the world. I mean, are you just like you you run a dangerous game if you don't just readily scoop up the backup job in L.A. if they open it to you?
You don't want to be right. I mean, be left.
If you're the Rams, hey, we'll give you $1.2 million, Chiefs.
Okay.
You want to keep playing?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I stole $100 million from the Jags. I'm good.
Yeah.
So but seriously, not just him.
I'm not going to start.
Guys,
Who am I kidding?
I'm never starting anywhere. Do you look around the league? Every single free agent here, if I were running a team, I would rather start than me. I'm just saying.
All right, let's do caller number 4 right now. Beef, tell them what they're going to get.
Yeah.
It's 10-minute drill. Come back, talk some of them quarterbacks. Is Bo on today? Have we confirmed or denied or chasing rumor? Is he out of town?
Maybe he'll lead to the divisiveness that this day has become President's Day in the United States, where half of you get off and the rest of us hard workers plow forward.
Plowing.
This is the drill. It's a Monday morning quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
Caller number 4 right now, 641-1010. Going to take home a pair of tickets to see Jerry Rice at the Times Union Center at 7 o'clock on February 25th, part of the Florida Forum Speaker Series. For tickets and more information, check it out at thefloridaforum.com.